We're in San Francisco and we're heading to Alcatraz. Welcome back to another video from the San Francisco vlog. This was from January of 2019. Probably not the best time to go to San Francisco, but I was out there for a couple of days for a business trip. My wife came with me, her first time to California, and decided to take a couple of extra days and do some touristy sightseeing type stuff. I had never been to Alcatraz, and of course she hadn't either since it was her first time to California. So we purchased our tickets on Viator, Viator.com. That's who we normally use. I am not paid by them. That's just, that's not an endorsement of any kind. That's just a personal recommendation, because whenever we plan our big trips somewhere, that's usually who we use, because it just gives excellent offerings of local things to do. So, you can usually pick your country, your city, or whatever. So we went to San Francisco because we knew we were going to be out there for a couple days, and took a look at all of the offerings, and they had a combo package that was the Aquarium by the Bay and Alcatraz together, so we ended up purchasing that ticket. I believe this is Pier 33, and the Aquarium by the Bay is a little bit farther down the Embarcadero, kind of over by like Pier 39, maybe. I'm kind of going off memory here. So we're boarding the Alcatraz flyer. You see how everybody's kind of dressed up. It's obviously in January. The temperatures are, chilly. We're expecting some wind on the way over to Alcatraz. But I wanted to be up front because I wanted to get some good scenic views on the camera, as we're kind of heading out over the water. So I talked my wife into going towards the very front of the ship, right on the bow. The one thing I would point out about how they run this particular ferry operation, these boats that take you to and from the island, they're very punctual. So if you have tickets for a specific time, you need to show up at this area over here, 10-15 minutes before that, because they run these things like on clockwork. It's as soon as we were done, you already see over here underneath this big tent, the people that are on the next one behind us are already lining up. It is just very punctual, so you want to make sure that you're there on time. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to give it a like, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that and hit that bell notification so that every time I post a video, you'll know about it.
And have them walk about the vessel and not run. There is the possibility of encountering rough water. When moving about the vessel, watch your step and hold on to a handrail, especially when going up or down stairwells. For your security, please keep all personal items in your possession at all times while on the ferries and while on Alcatraz. Do not accept packages, parcels, or bags from strangers. We hope that you enjoy your cruise. And thank you for attending with Alcatraz Cruise. The most infamous island in the world. We invite you to explore its multi-layered history. You'll walk in the footsteps of America's most dangerous criminals, and the land is guarded them. Hear their voices and experience their daily lives when you tour the federal penitentiary. Although it's known as the Rock, you'll be amazed at the island's natural beauty. Discover the secret of its historic bones. And keep an eye for a bundle program. Also, be on the lookout for the remains of our Civil War fort.
overall, we had pretty good weather for our trip. You see the Golden Gate Bridge in the background over there. And San Francisco to your left, Sausalito over there to your right on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge. And of course, there's Alcatraz. One thing to be mindful of if you do this particular excursion, when you go over there, you're not really on any sort of a timetable. You're kind of free to just roam around on the island and doing your own thing, but you need to be careful of the timing of when the boats bring you back over to San Francisco, because they run the ferries on a set schedule, and the last one is like middle of the afternoon, so you have to kind of keep an eye on the clock and what time the ferries run, because it can sneak up on you. It did to us, and we ended up basically catching the very last one back over to San Francisco. So I didn't get any footage of it, but when you first come off the ferry, if ours is the same as everybody else, like every time you go, they would do the same routine. When you first come off the ferry, they kind of give you a quick little intro, like there's a guy on a platform just kind of talking to everybody as a group. Then they highly advise everyone to go in here and watch this movie. It's about 10 to 15 minutes long. And then from that point, you're kind of on your own, doing your own thing. So that's where we're going right now, is we're going in here to watch this movie that kind of gives us like the history of Alcatraz. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and change your notifications and the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall.